Welcome, my digital histology trailblazers. We're going to be talking about the skin. And for those who are joining me for the first time, I'm Dr. Alex Zhurav. I am a veterinary pathologist and a very strong digital pathology enthusiast. And in this series, we're going to be talking about histology, what the normal, so that whenever you need to recognize abnormal, you know what the baseline is. This is skin, also from PathPresenter. And we have the big picture. We have three layers in the skin. We have the epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. How can we recognize them from far away? And as always, we start from low magnification to high magnification. And the link is to one of the slides is in the comments. So let me know if you can open it. And you can already see that this here is like a lot darker. This is like certain shade of pink here and different type of pink and like a lot looser here, right? So we have these three different layers, right? That's what they're called actually officially. And again, and this is the outside going to the inside of the body. So from the outside, we always have something that protects us. This is the barrier. This is the thing that is going to be keeping germs, keeping stuff from going into the body. So let's have a look. Let's have a closer look from the outside to the inside. And this is our epidermis, all this dark part. An epidermis consists, this is our barrier. This goes from the base of this epidermis. The base is always, there's always at the base, there's a membrane, right? So there's going to be a basal membrane. And going to the outside, we're going to have this keratin layer, a layer of dying/dead cells that constitute an additional protection layer. This is going to be stratum corneum. And then in the inside, going more to the inside, we're going to have dermis. And then we're going to have something called hypodermis, where we will see some fat tissue. That's going to be fat tissue, some glands. Glands are going to be in the dermis as well, but hypodermis is under the skin. It gives us insulation and it attaches to the rest of the body. So looking at the epidermis, we also have different layers, and they are called stratums. And here we're going to be talking about the layers of this epidermis. They are called stratums, and here are their key features. So from the bottom, actually, it's stratum basale, the base. Then we have stratum spinosum, granulosum, lucidum, and corneum. Corneum is the flaky stuff that I showed you. Now let's go back to the slide and let's see if we can find them. Starting from stratum basale, also known as germinativum. These are, they should be, or often you can see that they are arranged in a little bit different fashion. They're cuboidal, like they should be lined a little bit like a row. And what we should see there are mitosis, because this is something that is regenerating the skin. This is where the cells are growing. This is where they are proliferating, dividing, so that we can have all this protection layer. I don't see any mitosis. Maybe later when you guys look at the slide. So here you can see very much appreciate that this is columnar fashion. They are like a row of columns. So we're going to also have melanocytes here with that are from a different origin. This is a cell of a different origin. It's not epithelial cells, but they come here and they give pigment. They come from the actually they are neural origin, so nervous tissue origin. They come and give the skin the pigment. So when you tan, you get darker because the melanin granules and melanocytes migrate to the top of the skin. Then stratum spinosum are these spiny cells. Let's see if we actually see any spiny cells. Often with these like descriptions of different layers, you're not gonna have them very literally depicted in every slide. So I always take the appearance as like the most perfect appearance, but I want to find some cells that are like spiny. Here, maybe this one is spiny. Well, it's triangular, so I wouldn't say it's spiny. But basically, above our stratum granulosum, we're supposed to have stratum spinosum, where these cells are a little bit like have some projections. And then we have stratum granulosum because it has granules, and the granules are keratohyalin granules, and we should see them. I'm like disappointing you so much because we don't see them. But the stratum granulosum is going to be like 3 to 5 layers of cells. So do we have 3? 1, 2, 3, more or less. 1, 2, 3. So it would be the thickness. That would be it. I don't see so many granules. If I find any, I'll show them to you for sure. Trying to find some for you. Maybe if we would go to a higher magnification, but for this one we can only do 20x. Okay, I don't see that anybody is seeing the link, so maybe you just don't see it. If you see at some point, click on it and let me know if you can see the slide. Moving on. Stratum lucidum is something that is only going to be visible in thick skin, and this is actually thin skin. So we don't have the stratum lucidum that should be at the top, but we do have stratum corneum, which are all these flakes. This is stratum corneum. This is actually these cells here that were here. Here you can see them already like flattening, that detached and lost the nucleus and became these keratin flakes that additionally protect us from damage, protect us from whatever is happening to us from the outside. We need some protection. And now we go deeper into the dermis. And dermis actually starts already here with these. Let's say this is our basement membrane, what I'm drawing right now. On this side of the basement membrane, on the bottom side of the basement membrane, is our dermis. On the top side of the basement membrane is epidermis. So now we're looking into dermis. And dermis has also different parts. So these projections look a little bit like fingers, and they are called that's why this is called, this dermis here, right here inside, is called papillary dermis, and this are dermal papillae that are integrating with the epidermis. So they like intertwine so that they stay together, and this is made out of collagen, different types of collagen, 1 and 3, and it also has already some nerves and vessels, and we're going to look at nerves and vessels a little bit deeper later. And this is called papillary dermis, whereas the looser dermis is called reticular dermis, and it's irregular, dense, and this is a connective tissue that is composed of type 1 collagen. And we're going to find hair follicles if there is hair. I don't know, we don't have any hair here. Maybe that was supposed to be, I don't think so. But we're going to find also glands, eccrine glands, and apocrine sweat glands, and we're going to find maybe some corpuscles, some neural ruffini and pacinian corpuscles. Actually, I have not seen them, but they should be there. But we will find nerves. So, for example, this could be a nerve. Yeah, I think it's a nerve. That's what we're going to find in the dermis. So let's see what we can see here. Okay, this looks like a nerve. This is a vessel, this is a vessel, and this round one looks like an artery. This one looks to me like a vein. Let's see if we can see any other structures. This is a nerve as well. And here are vessels. A little bit difficult to see, but what I'm drawing around has a lumen. Now I'm drawing in the lumen, and this is a vessel. Looks like a vein. The arteries are always like a lot rounder and look firmer, and veins get flattened. Here we have a bunch of glands. And on the side, so usually, let's see if in the other part we can see it on the top or the bottom. Yes. And now under the dermis is a so-called hypodermis, also known as subcutaneous tissue, and this is fat, adipose lobules, so fat separated by septa, and we have also blood vessels and nerves there. I am not seeing any pacinian corpuscles. These are very typical, like onion-like looking receptors for pressure, but I do see fat cells. So these are classical adipose fat cells. Fat, and all these guys are fat cells that in life are filled with fat, but when you process the slide for histology, you actually make them empty because you dissolve the fat. But this is where it was, and it's a little bit squished here and here, but definitely adipose tissue. And I think that's it for the skin. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat if there's anything you would like me to show you. Oh, this one has also a bunch of glands. Oh, we have a hair follicle. Look, this is a hair follicle. Yes, this inside is hair with keratin. And it's like this unit. It's called hair follicle unit. Oh, this is like another one. This is number one, and number two. And this unit is going to have the hair bulb, and it's also going to have associated sebaceous glands. I don't see them. But yeah, here, these cells are basically epidermal cells. This is the hair bulb, and this is the hair here inside. And when I find a bare hair for you, I'm gonna make a histology video just on a hair follicle. For this one, I'm just gonna leave you with that this is a hair follicle. Anything else interesting? No, we're good. Okay, and now, so if you're interested, if you go to conferences, if you want to show fancy in the lab, or and have people ask you, oh, nice earrings, what is it there? We have ones that are with a multinucleated giant cell. Does it focus on it? This is a multinucleated giant cell, a type of immune cell, macrophage, actually, a bunch of macrophages that come together. We have one with cartilage. Come on. Okay. And we have one that is not unpacked yet with a special stain, Alcyon blue of colonic crypts. So if you want to look different and show what you look at under the microscope, you can get them in our store. The QR code is on the screen. And also, those slides that we were viewing now were possible because of a technology called digital pathology. This is something I have been promoting for the last 10 years. Digital pathology makes us be able to view glass slides, to view tissue digitally. So if you're interested in learning more about digital pathology, there is a book I have for you. This book is absolutely free. You can grab it also by scanning this QR code, and then you will learn more about digital pathology. And we're going to be updating this with a new chapter on AI very soon. So if you grab the version that I have available today, you will automatically get the updated version when I'm ready with the updates. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the chat if you have any questions. What would you like to learn more about? And in the future, meaning probably already next week, we will be talking about mouse histology and rat histology. But if you're interested in human histology, don't worry, the tissues look almost the same. Like, you know, the histology of a rat liver, you will understand the histology of human liver. So this is totally cross-disciplinary. So if you are a researcher that needs information on animal tissue, that's going to be perfect. But if you just want to brush off or step up your histology game, it doesn't matter the species, because in mammals, these appearances, the tissue appearance translates. And me as a veterinary pathologist, I can totally recognize all the human tissues and actually describe their structures based on what I learned in veterinary histology. So no worries about that. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in the notes, let me know in the chat. Just put notes, and I'm going to reach out to you with the notes from today's class. Thank you so much, and I talk to you in the next episode.